Okay. All right. I'm bored. I have nothing else better to do, so I thought I'd come online and talk about some of this shit. This is pretty fucked up. Um, this is one I wanted to start with. Yeah. This shit that happened in Seattle over the weekend is just total fucking bullshit. Now, yes, I'm a Christian, but I never claimed to be a good one. But this crap right here is just fucking ridiculous. It really is. Some group held an event there, and of course everybody comes out of the fucking woodwork, and it got nasty. So this is what happened here. Let's do this. Okay.
So once again, this turned into a riot in Seattle. There was 23 arrests made, all on the protester side. One police officer ended up in the hospital. We actually came to find out that one of them actually pulled a knife and threatened a 17-year-old on our side. And not to mention, while the kids were getting haircuts, there was actually sexually, explicit, lewd acts being done directly in front of the children. And so this isn't your cute Christian story today. We are looking at evil in its face, and we are here to expose it as the body of Christ.
Okay, so what did the mayor of Seattle say about your event? And also, who were some of the groups that were protesting?
Yeah, so we definitely had Antifa, Transtifa, the Communist Party of America. Yes, you heard that right. That is an actual group. Showed up. We had clergy from the city who affirmed same-sex attraction, same-sex marriage. They
That
showed up as
doesn't
well. I
matter.
mean, we
No.
had the entire gauntlet, so to speak. We had every base covered of protesters, those who disagree with us on all different sides. And it's really important to understand a few different things with all the media coverage and all the media reports. Cal Anderson Park, to be honest, is the beast of the belly, right? That park is known as an LGBTQ specific park. It's very quote unquote inclusive. All the different communities gather there almost like a central point. And so they felt, that community, those protesters felt that we were attacking them and we were trying to elicit a response. But what they don't know is we actually tried to get a permit for Pike's Place, a completely different location. The city refused and said, hey, we recommend Cal Anderson Park. And we're like, are you sure you want to do that? Like, we are open to it. We want to worship peacefully. We want to gather lawfully, but just recognize what that's going to look like. And so that's ultimately why we chose that park and why we went there.
And what did the mayor have to say?
So the mayor came out with a statement about an hour after the event, which this being a journalist, you might want to wait a little bit longer than an hour before you release an official statement as an elected politician. But he basically said, I'm paraphrasing here, that we as Christians were attacking his community because our beliefs are inherently opposed to theirs, which begs the question, what beliefs are you talking about as an elected politician? Are you talking about the Bill of Rights, the U.S. Constitution? I mean, what are we talking about here? And so it's really important to understand that when he said this, he was ultimately, without saying it, choosing a side. He was choosing the protester side. And so we just knew we had to stand against that.
That sounds like they were fucking set up. That's what that is, especially him getting on, Mayor doing what he was doing, and like an hour after it happened. They were ready for them. I mean, they were ready for it, and it's just fucked up. There's no excuse for this shit. So, here we go.
Happening tonight, a group of evangelicals and conservatives say they are planning a rally on the steps of Seattle City Hall, and they are demanding an apology from Mayor Bruce Harrell and the city council for their response. You're not going to get it. This video from Seattle Gay News shows the violent protest over the weekend, the clash between police, a Christian pro-life group, and counter-protesters. This happening at Cal Anderson Park in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood. It led to 23 arrests and blowback from the Seattle Police Officers Guild. Fox 13's Taylor Winkle has more on this fallout building up to what could be a repeat tonight. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Maria. So the conservatives and religious groups organizing tonight's rally are calling it the Rattle in Seattle. Now, over this past weekend, they came together for a different event they called Mayday USA, where they said they were standing for kids and the sanctity of human life and biological gender. Counter-protesters called it a, quote, well-funded anti-trans, anti-queer event. Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell responding in a statement. He said Seattle was picked as a location because it has a reputation for being welcoming and inclusive to LGBTQ plus communities. He said the demonstrators wanted to provoke this reaction. Now, in this video shared by Seattle Gay News, you see an officer pepper spray a counter-protester standing for gay rights. You see a group form around them, and the officer sprayed towards them as well. Court documents say these officers had water bottles thrown at them. They were spit on, punched in the face, and one may have even broken their pinky finger. The demonstrators had a permit to be there, though. Both the mayor and Seattle Police Officers Guild are questioning that decision. The Officers Guild saying, quote, the decision to grant the demonstration the permit to Mayday USA put police officers in an untenable predicament, writing, quote, we will once again get blamed and more calls will be heard for accountability. Now, tonight's rally is scheduled for right here on the steps of Seattle City Hall starting at 5 p.m. Already counter-protesters have announced they plan to be here at well. In the meantime, we are reaching out to the city to ask about permits for tonight's event. We'll let you know what we learn. For now, reporting live in Seattle, I'm Taylor Winkle, Fox 13 News.
Oh my fucking God. So, yeah. Tell me they weren't set up. That's bullshit right there. I don't give a fuck about their community that they've got going. This is fucking America. You know? You just broke their fucking freedom of speech and you broke the freedom of religion right there in one fell swoop. I hope you're fucking proud and I hope it bites you in your fucking ass. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking idiots. So, yeah. Can you believe this shit's happening here in a fucking America, man? Anyway, I'm going to go jump into some gaming. And that's where I'll be. So, keep up the good fight, everybody. Later.